Little by little, a little becomes a lot. Hey, this is Lindsay Gramont, and today we're going to be talking about focusing on the behaviors and not the goal. I also like to call these SMART goals, but technically they aren't really goals like you would think of, like the big goal, the big dream, the big, I want to hit this rank or I want to lose, 50 pounds or whatever your big vision is. We should always have that in, at a certain point in time, we come up with these big visions. Maybe we do it when we're setting our New Year's resolutions or something like that. Maybe it's once every 6 months, but on the day to day, what I have really learned that works is to focus on the daily, small, little, tiny things that we need to do to reach that big, big goal. But if we focus on the big goal every single day, then we're just not going to hit it, right? We're going to get discouraged, and it's just not something to focus on every day because we don't really have control over that from a day-to-day basis. So one thing that really helped me to understand this was just something simple my daughter does at her school. They have like a whole system that helps them track their daily goals. And, they might have a goal to finish a particular book by the end of, the session. Maybe it's a 5-week session, but every day she's going in there and saying, I'm going to read, 30 pages from this book. So that day she knows she needs to read 30 pages. And that's what she's focused on, right? Is okay, I've got to read those 30 pages, and all of those 30 pages will end up adding up to, reading Les Miserables, which is, 1,600 pages in 5 weeks or whatever it is, right? But little by little, if we tackle the small things every single day, then we will reach our goals. So I'm going to share with you a video in the comments, and that is the video I want you to watch for today because it is just so eye-opening to understand this concept and so many great stories to really help you remember. But from a actual building a Young Living business standpoint, or really focusing on your health as well. I really want to touch on that because sometimes it can be so discouraging when we get some kind of a diagnosis or we're dealing with gut dysbiosis, gut issues, or immune issues to, get tired, right? Over the years, we're having to eat, certain things, avoid other things, right? And I feel this way too, because when I'm in a hyper reactive state with my body, my own body, then I get discouraged too. I have to avoid tomatoes right now, and dairy, and gluten, and eggs, and whatever else. And it's just off and on gets really exhausting and really overwhelming. And the same thing can happen, I think, in our business, right? We know that the daily things we need to do every day, the daily things we need to eat, the daily things we need to do are maybe get kind of not as fun as they used to be, but it's really still the same things that are going to yield the results over time. And so from a Young Living standpoint, those daily things are sharing with people, selling oils, right? Selling oils, selling our supplements, showing people the value of our products, and helping them to know how to get them, right? Helping those people to get started, and then helping them to see how easy it is to share, and arming them with the ability to do so, and then, doing it all over again, right? And doing it in a way that is simple and makes it just as easy as possible for people. And so those daily things every day might be, setting up classes, inviting people to classes, talking to people. A lot of times we get caught up thinking, oh, sharing must just be a post on social media or whatever. And, maybe in some cases that is what it is, but it's also talking to people. The main thing is talking to people. It's the one thing for some reason we don't want to do. I don't really know why. If you think back a decade ago, 2 decades ago, that's all we did. We would go to coffee with people, we'd go to lunch with people, we'd be talking to people in the pickup line, we'd be doing all kinds of things that was actually interacting with people at the grocery store, at the mall, all kinds of things, having meetups for all kinds of topics, maybe knitting or a book group or a cooking club or whatever. political action, whatever it is that you are involved in, it was always all about being with people, talking to people. Even if you were introverted, there were times when you were with people. You would have maybe coffee with someone or whatever. So I think it's important to remember that for our business, the little things day to day are going to be talking to people. And so when we think of little by little, a little becomes a lot. Talking with people every day is what is going to yield results for us in the future. And you can't control what that person is going to do. You can't control when you enroll them, but you can control how many people that you can talk to in a day. You can control that. That is something you can control. And what is crucially important in reaching our goals is focusing on the things day to day that we can control. And talking to people, teaching people, sharing what we know, these are things we can control every day. So I'm going to share the video in the comments, and I'd love to hear your feedback about this topic. SMART goals for me are things that are super, super important because they are small, they are measurable, they are actionable. They are, oh my gosh, the R, I'm going to forget the R. They are things that are reliable, and they are time-based. Okay, so that is what a SMART goal is. So, is hitting, achieving silver in our business a time-based goal? Not the part you can control. Okay, and so when you break it down to something you can control, like, oh, today I can take 30 minutes and I can contact 10 people. That is something that is small, measurable. There's actions associated with that. It's very, repeatable. I think repeatable was the R. It's repeatable and it's time-based. Okay, so do you see where I'm going with this? Same thing with, working on your health. A small goal would be, today I'm going to make 3 delicious meals that I'm not going to react to, right? For me, that is like huge. Like, I'm not just going to take the easy, sandwich route because I react to the gluten. Today, I'm going to focus on the small, measurable things that I can do that will help my health, right? So again, posting the link to the video in the comments, but just wanted to make that point that the behaviors day to day are what's going to help achieve those big goals later on. Again, little by little, a little becomes a lot. Thanks for listening and have a wonderful day.